Good morning, everybody. As we're witnessing the social unrest happening on the streets, I am saddened beyond words. I am I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I feel devastated. I feel devastated, and I don't understand. Why did we have to get to here? Why did we have to get to here? Where are the elected officials, the politicians, the law enforcement community? Why did we have to get to here? This is so hurtful and painful. You know, this is so hurtful and painful. I don't understand it. However, let me say this: I am so proud and grateful for those of you out there who are protesting and manifesting against the systematic injustice that's been ongoing in this country for far too long. The politicians have let us down, elected officials have let us down, law enforcement has let us down, and I am so grateful and thankful for the fact that, we, old, young, all alike, we are stepping up and saying enough is enough. Enough with the injustice. Now, one of the things that I get a lot of feedback on, and also in general from law enforcement, saying, well, don't paint us all with the same brush as it relates to law enforcement, because we 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 know that there are some bad apples out there, and the majority of us are good. Then show us. Stop the talking and show us. When you see somebody's rights being violated, take a stand. Take a stand. Correct the officer. It doesn't have to become abusive or lethal. It never has to come to that. You know, a lot of people, some religiously oriented individuals, they've approached me, and they said, well, it's wrong because God shows mercy, and so we should all be able to show mercy. We've heard this story for far too long. We've heard this story for far too long. We get abused, and then people call and say, show compassion. What about the compassion to us? What about the compassion to us? I'm not a religious person, but I did study theology. And I believe in Matthew chapter 7, verses 17 through 20, talks about, hey, you know what? No good tree will ever yield bad fruit. Similarly, no bad tree can deliver good fruit. And those of you who may be in the farming community, you know this. If you have an infection in a tree, you understand that there is no way that any fruit that it produces, that it yields, will be good. So people who are saying, well, there are just a few bad apples within law enforcement, that's not true. It's the whole system that's damaged, that's broken, that's infected. It's the entire system that's infected. So those of you who are out there saying, hey, you know what, that are standing hand in hand with people from all over. And as of right now, the protest has gone, internationally, it's worldwide. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for presence, because the change cannot happen without you. And a lot of other people who are sitting on the sidelines, you have to understand racism in this country is a system that was put in place for the benefit and the privilege of white people. It's true that nobody today owns a slave. However, the systematic racism, of which more than likely you are privileged, still exists today, and you know that. So, if racism no longer speaks for you, if you don't engage in racism, you need to actively take part in dismantling that system. Just standing on the sideline and praying is not enough. And you know that. Again, change The dismantling of racism cannot happen without white people. I mean, everybody knows that. The system was not created for us, it was created for you. So again, if the system doesn't speak for you, it doesn't speak to you, it's not a reflection of who you are or who you want to be, you need to be participating actively in trying to dismantle the system. You guys stay blessed. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon.